everything. Do it for Christ. Only got one life. Got one shot at this, I gotta do it right. Yeah, I gotta do it right. Yeah, I gotta do it right. Yeah. Do it for Christ. Only got one life. Got one shot at this, I gotta do it right. Yeah, I gotta do it right. Time to throw in the towel. I've been holding on this for a while. I'm moving on my own skin. Crocodile, yeah, I'm washed in the blood. Made new, can't tell who I was. No, he saved me by grace. He did it just because. Yeah, my flesh was on E. Had to fill it with the spirit. God, I'm complete. Secretly in prayer, gotta keep it real discreet. All the verses they don't write on God breathe. Yeah.
Hey, welcome. Hey. Oh. It's Wealthy Marriage Wednesday. That means you know what time it is.
That's right.
It's time for y'all to get this beautiful game that we're talking about. It's talking about getting this financial everything. We're doing it big in our marriages. Our marriages are supposed to be wealthy.
Oh, yeah.
If you're supposed to have a wealthy marriage, you need to like and share this thing. Only for those supposed to have a wealthy marriage.
Right.
Some of us are supposed to have a not wealthy marriage.
Really?
Well, it's like a vow of poverty, type of situation. It's all good. And so some people are like that. We're not like that. We have made a decision that this year, matter of fact, you're getting some hot, fresh information.
Oh,
we have made a decision this year that we're going to double up.
Let's double up, baby.
In our own personal life.
Yes.
This ain't got nothing to do with you. We're talking about our personal life. But you can join us on our journey.
If you like.
But we're sincere about the thing.
Yeah.
And so we're speaking some unity today. We're speaking some abundance today. Yeah. And I'm believing that you're going to be blessed by this today because you can't get there by yourself.
That's right.
So we got a topic today. It's like, how are you going to get to the next level in 2025?
Yep.
It ain't going to be by yourself.
Nope.
Because I'm not an expert.
I'm not an expert,
but I know some experts. And so we're going to talk about how to get there.
Yes.
We're going to be talking about building our dream team today.
Yay.
We're excited about this topic. This is a mega topic. This topic is so robust, building your dream team, because it really hits on all of your people skills.
Right.
It hits on your people skills. It hits on your ability to hire, who you hire and don't hire and bring around to your life.
Right. Who you let in your circles.
Significant decision.
For sure.
Yeah. So we're going to be talking about that. The best part about running a small business, and that's really what you're doing as a real estate investor, specifically like a mom and pop real estate investors like us, who really have a business that we're running, is specifically you get to pick the people you work with.
That's the
best. If you work in corporate or if you work in a job, you don't get to pick everybody. You might pick a couple folks if you're in like a manager role or a director role, or maybe you got some kind of supervisory skills. You can pick some people, but you don't pick everybody.
Nope.
And so one of the best parts about doing this is you get to like really be selective about who is taking your energy. Who's the people who are eating off of, and it can be consuming when you're dealing with people that are not doing what they're supposed to do.
That's right.
Consuming when you're dealing with people with mixed information or people you don't feel like you could trust, or people who are just like energy draining people.
Yes.
And so being a entrepreneur, small business owner, especially doing it together, it keeps the energy drain down.
Yes.
Like one of the reasons people say, John and Joy, why y'all always in a good mood is because we don't have a whole lot of people draining our energy. Like most of the things we're doing, we're like hand selecting the people who are going to spend most of the time around.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so we like to be around people who don't kill the everything, So one of our criteria, if you want to work with us, you got to be a person who is a cup filler, not just a person who's just
drainer.
Every time you come around, you just feel half empty. And so
leave that half juice container.
We save that for ministry. Like ministry, guess what? We got plenty to pour out. And even in our regular working business, we got plenty to pour out. But it's good to be around some people who add some things that you don't have. And what we call that is building your dream team. It's like, how do you surround yourself with people who have all the stuff you don't have? How do you build a portfolio of properties and you don't really know how to fix stuff for real? Like, I hate to tell y'all this, like, don't stop making that face because you're going to make everybody think I don't know how to fix stuff for real.
I didn't even say nothing.
Joy, I got tools.
Just because you got tools don't mean you know how to use them properly.
No. Hold on. I have tools. You understand?
He got tool toe, y'all.
Why are you talking about my tool tote?
He do got two toes.
But there's nothing wrong with my tool tote. Okay, some people got a toolbox. I like to keep my tools in a Rubbermaid tote. Yeah. It's better that way. Yes. And so I have a couple Rubbermaid totes where my tools are organized in these totes. Okay.
His organization.
Okay, all right. They're in the tote. They're not outside the tote. That's organized. And so I take these tools and I fix things. And I'm a master of fixing things.
Okay. I think you
am I overselling it?
Yes.
Joy, you've seen some of my remodels.
I have.
All right.
And so has the people that we came in to come fix it.
Hey, all right, okay. All right, so you can build a portfolio of properties and not know how to fix stuff for real. Yeah. But I'm willing to fix stuff.
He's willing to learn.
But what I found is that there's people who can do it and they like to do it. And they're more detailed to me. Yes. Like I can cut some wood and put it in there and hammer it. But what I realized about myself is I like to move very quickly.
Yes.
And if it doesn't happen fast, it's not good for me.
No.
You know, and I am not really good at sitting there and like cutting something 15 times and measuring it and then hammering it at the just perfect angle and all that. I'm more of a, you know, cut once, hammer twice, installed. You know, it's not falling down.
Yeah.
Let's move on kind of fella. Yeah. And so if you're that kind of fella, you probably shouldn't be fixing things that you want other people to use. Now, in my house, I'm a master fixer of things. Joy, why didn't you go signing? Like you supposed to be like, yeah, babe. Yeah, babe. Come on, give me a little something. Give me a little something. Come on, give me a little shoulder rub.
You do all right.
Yeah, you see that?
Yeah.
You see what she said. I'm a beast out there when it comes to fixing stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. But in my house, I fix the stuff. That's what I do. But outside of my house, we got to find a dream team. We need people who fix things. Yeah. You know, there's something called Bondo. And when I found Bondo in my personal house, I was like, hold on. You telling me I can just Bondo duct tape? This stuff is amazing. And then there's things, hammer. These are wonderful tools. You can fix a lot of things with just 3 tools: Bondo, duct tape, hammer, Gorilla Glue, install.
So now, ladies and gentlemen, you see why you need to get you a dream team.
A dream team. A dream
because
team.
Of Bondo,
right?
Duct tape.
Right. And then there's also now.
And Gorilla Glue.
Don't talk about my Gorilla Glue. All right. So also. And now, because that's just the contracting side.
Oh,
because now I'm also a master attorney.
Oh, he's a master.
You know how I became a master attorney?
How?
Chat GPT. All right, so this is a bad boy. I'll be like, write me a contract for this. Write me a how do you put this together? I throw it in Chat GPT. I come in, I edit it. Now I'm sending out contracts. So I can do that. And the only thing is when you send it to a real lawyer, every once in a while, the lawyer attorney is going to look at your stuff and say, this ain't going to hold up in court. But does it really matter if it holds up in court or not? Maybe.
Yes. No, okay. No, that's the point.
So this is another point that there's something I can do. I have the skill set. I make contracts. I do it all the time.
Yeah.
But there's lawyers, attorneys, counselors, people who have esquires in their name, who've passed the bar, who are much better at doing the stuff than I'm not doing the stuff.
Technical background.
Chat GPT University. Yeah. And so then I was like, okay, there's other things. I'm good at things.
Okay.
You're good at a lot of stuff too.
I'm good at some things.
Wait, hey, you ain't seen my IT skills.
Oh.
IT skills.
IT. Okay.
I'm the software guy in the house. When we need software fixed,
I didn't go front. He is the software.
I do software.
Cause
and what I found is we got a bunch of broken computers in the house. I mean, I don't know why they're broken.
He might tech support.
Yeah, and but am I the best tech support person in the house? It maybe in my house I am.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm the best lawyer in my house. Maybe Joy is the best cook in our house. And not only is she the best cook, maybe she's the most positive person you're ever going to be. But at the same time, we have our own set of skills that add a lot of value. Yeah. But there's some things that we just don't have.
Right.
And so to get to things we do need, we're going to have to build our Dream Team. Okay.
That's right.
So obviously we love building dream teams, and you can be part of the dream team.
You want to be a part of our team?
If you want to be part of our mentorship program, we love mentoring couples specifically. You just text us at 502-632-3005. We're building the website. It's going to be dope. So we can just hit the link and be able to go from there. But you got to remember, you either going to tell your money what to do,
or the lack of it will always manage you.
And as always, we talking about this freedom formula.
So we turn our time into
money.
money.
Turn your money into assets, and turn your assets into freedom. Come on, freedom to what?
To do whatever.
For whatever it is that you've been purposed to do. If you're not doing it right now, then you need to be tapped in and listen to this. Disclaimer, this is for entertainment purposes only, informational purposes. Do your own research. Investing has considerable risks. All the above. Don't be coming over here hating on John and Joy.
Disclaimer.
That's the disclaimer.
He's not an attorney.
Shout out to us. All right, so let's talk about our network.
Yes.
Briefly. Okay. All right, let's what? In real estate, we got to have a network. And this is what we don't understand about real estate networks. This is the thing that blows our mind. Is because I know a plumber doesn't mean I have a real estate network.
That's true.
I know a realtor. Can we share with you all? Shout out to the realtors out there. We love you.
We love y'all realtors.
Realtors are amazing. This is not a realtor program. Like we don't do realtor. Me and Joy, that's a realtor. That's too much like a job. People who do realtor is a good job. The brokers, realtors, they do a great. They do a great job. You use them. You employ them.
They're part of your circle.
As part of your
circle.
Team. It's great. You want to have a bunch of realtors. I know some amazing realtors. Shout out to Margaret. Hey, get with Margaret. Margaret, put your information in the chat. Any other realtors who tuning in right now, put your information in the chat.
That's right.
Highly recommend. Sign up to them. I'll put you on a bunch of people. We don't do that. We're investors. We don't want another job. And so the only way that you can be able to enjoy real estate the best is to be able to do it without creating another job for yourself.
That's right.
And so if you want another job, by all means, do another job.
I mean, go ahead.
But you don't have to do all the jobs yourself. And so what we're going to talk about is like, what is the most important people that you need to have in your circle when you're building your team? And a lot of times we talked about realtors, we talked about plumbers, we talked about skilled trades, we talk about, even attorneys. But before all that, there's something way more important, and we want to put you on some real game.
That's right.
With what that is. Specifically, is you need your inner circle. Who is your board of directors? Who are the people who are going to help you to make the most important decisions in your business?
Right. And these people are so important because they will help you guide the direction of your business.
Right. Okay, so look, first off, John and Joy, you real estate mentors, you got a paid coaching consultancy. So you self-serving. I know you just saying that so that we can sign up for your program. Look, don't sign up for our program. By all means. Go do
we're not for everybody.
Do you, boo. We know we're not for everybody.
Right.
But we telling you what we found out is that most of the people who fail in this business are people who just watched a couple YouTube videos. Logged on to Facebook. Hey, I watched John and Joy 3 times and I went and bought me a property. Okay. Well, you can, and then now you're just winging it. And now you're halfway into a bad deal with a bad rehab, and nobody is helping to guide you through the process. You can do it, but unless you are extraordinarily book savvy, and then you are really following one course from one group who's guiding you, it's a lot of mixed messages out there. So you need mentors. You need people who know more than you. So if you don't have a mentor, get a partner the first time. You know what me and Joy did? I told you we know how to fix stuff. Me and Joy done remodel bathrooms. How many times? Multiple times. How many times? Seriously? We've remodeled. We get you a kitchen in. Can we get it done?
We can get it done.
We can get it done. It's installed. It's done. But we know the first time we did a major rehab, what do we need to do? Not for us.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
for sale.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Why?
Because okay.
We got it done, though.
We got it done.
Yeah, so we can do a major rehab like Chip and Joe.
Yeah.
But it ain't beautiful like
we
that.
Can do Chip
we
and
can
Joe.
get it done. Okay, look. We're talking about houses.
Okay, yes.
We got a partner. And so we got a partner who was a contractor. And so that's what he did. He was a full-time contracting individual. And so he led that piece. And so as we were partnering with him, we did the business side. We learned how to get great deals. That was the first skill that we learned. That's the only skill that we've actually got decently good at, is knowing the right price to pay. Because if you pay the right price, you can mess up a whole lot of other stuff and still make money. And so teaching you how to find the right price and how to fund the deals the right way, which is just business skills that you don't know. Because if you did know, you just go and do that and probably wouldn't be asking any questions, because you already had a coach, you already had a mentor, somebody already gave you the information. Because they didn't teach you in high school, they didn't teach you in college, they didn't teach you at your trade school or in the Army. You know, they teach these things for people who've been through it and share it with the next generation.
Right. So in building your dream team, there's different levels. So like we said, your inner circle is probably the most crucial group.
So please take your time at first before you dig in to a whole bunch of big decisions, like spending your life savings or spending thousands of dollars on an investment. Stop, slow down, say, do I have the knowledge? Let me get a mentor. Let me get some coaches. Let me get some partners or a consultant who can help guide the big decisions. And even us, we have people now who are our coaches, mentors, people who are consultants. Like right now, we know we have certain value. So we have other people in our life who we're each other's accountability partner in different ways. And so in many ways, we might bring a level of spiritual accountability to somebody, or maybe it's relationship accountability to somebody, but they're bringing a piece of the real estate game that we're not great with. And they help to mentor us in those areas or teach us things in these areas. So you can find people that's more of a peer-to-peer mentorship where you help them in certain ways, they help you in other ways. But it's good to have formal mentors. Pay for some coaching. So you know how much money we pay to be able to learn information. And so the one big thing that's hard in our community, and we challenging everybody here in 2025, is to be a person who's willing to pay for information.
Invest in you.
Invest in you.
Yes.
Invest in you.
You are your biggest asset.
And there's nothing that's going to multiply your money faster than an investment in your own personal productivity, your skill set, and even getting the right connections and being able to do those different things. So partners, mentors, and connections. Next one. Second circle, support circle. These are like the high ticket things. And so getting to know attorneys. Can't tell you how important that is.
Very
you
important.
Want to know attorneys. Attorneys will help to save you a lot of money. And they will keep you out of some mess. You want to know some attorneys in a significant way. Lenders. Okay, stop right there.
Come on.
If you're not comfortable talking to people who have access to capital, a great safe place to start is at the bank. It's because it's not their money. And so, but they're stewards, they're managers of that. But they can teach you how to talk about money without that flinch reflex. Because sometimes you're going into the bank and you're asking for more money than what you feel comfortable with. So if I'm gonna go into the bank and ask them for $500,000, $1 million, 1.2, $2 million, however much you're gonna ask them for, you can't be in there getting all nervous. You know, like
clenching up.
It's like, hey, I was thinking maybe like 250,000. You know, would that be okay? And you start kind of sounding like a little kid who's asking to go to the bathroom in class. Can I go to the bathroom, please? Pretty please. You know, it's like you're not in there begging. Guess what? If you're watching this show, you're probably one of the people who banks want to lend to. People with money trust you as long as you know how the right way to ask them, and then have an idea of what you're wanting to do. But it's a great safe place, and there's a lot of banks out there. So just talk to banks and people who have the management of money, and they'll teach you how to talk to people who actually have the money themselves. And so real estate agents. Want to know a lot of real estate agents. Shout out to all the real estate agents out there. Wholesalers. Man, I love some wholesalers. I would say about 75% of the properties that we buy are not on the MLS. They're off-market deals, maybe even 80%. Probably about 80% are non-on the market deals. And a lot of them come just because of wholesalers. And like we have a few wholesalers we just got good relationships with. They send us deals and we buy them. and we give them the best price we can give them. We don't like haggle them down. And then our job is to find a win-win. I want wholesalers to make money. I don't care how much. One time a wholesaler, we saw at the closing table, they made $100,000.
Yeah.
I was happy they made $100,000. I was like, ooh, wait, if they made $100,000, how much more meat did they leave on the deal for us?
Exactly.
A lot. So what I'm here to tell you is find people who you can help make them some money. But at the same time, these people have expertise that can help you to make some money too.
Right. And you have some other support in your support circle, like property managers, other investors, accountants, and your contractors, like general contractors. All these people are important to help support your business.
Yep. I want to just talk about this topic of getting into a group of investors. Okay. Like one of the best decisions I made was becoming a part of the Kentuckiana Real Estate Association. Yes. And I'm also a member of some other RIAs too, Real Estate Investment Association. So no matter where you are in the country, you want to join your local RIA. Like get around other investors.
Yes.
There's no better place than getting around people who've already been there, done that, people who've made similar mistakes, people who've had similar challenges. And one thing I found, and I was just talking to Joy about this morning, is that it's the least racist environment I've ever been around.
Right.
Just for me personally, is to go around a group of investors. I never seen like people just talking about money freely, interracially.
Right.
I always thought if I go into this room and like I'm the first Black president of our local real estate investment association. I thought I was going to go in there and they was going to be calling me all kind of Negroes and about to kick me up out of that mug, wasn't going to tell me nothing, all this stuff. And I found that none of that stuff was true. It was really all in my mind because I was uncomfortable talking about money. I wasn't raised talking about money publicly. It was a private conversation, but I found that it's a very giving group. People that you wouldn't expect are first generation millionaires who can't wait to tell somebody about this business. And so I've never seen more cross culture, cross age group communication, people loving on each other. For me personally, I think joining your local RIA, I've been to RIAs all over the country, and it's been the most integrated groups that have been the most and intergenerational males, women, it's just open for people who want to learn about money, grow in money. And if you a person who wants to be able to be like that, get around some other investors and then be willing to share that you don't know something. And a lot of times, we not like on corporate. On corporate, you got a resume and you got to make people feel like you know some stuff. The second that we in these environments, you don't got to know something. You can go in and not know comfortably and allow people to be able to share their different perspectives. And obviously, in a multitude of counselors is wisdom, but you want to be thoughtful about it. But the real color in those environments is green. And really when you're in there like that, you're going to find that if you focus on your business and being able to get to a point, that's right, Margie, and you get to focus on your business, it'll help you to be able to overcome a lot of obstacles.
It really will.
So that's just a shout out on that note. That's your DEI moment for today. Shout out DEI. Conversations made easy.
That's right.
Next up, Service Circle.
Your frontline folks.
This is all of that stuff. Yeah. Guess what? A carpenter. Do you know a flooring guy? Do you know electricians? Do you know lawn service, developers, insurance, plumbers? Look, the list goes on. The reason why that's the service circle is the broadest circle is because it's a lot of them. Yeah, and you just can't have one. No, you can't have one plumber. What happens when your one plumber gets busy? Well, it's a wrap. Your project gonna be on hold.
Plumber gets sick.
Oh, right. Or when your one plumber decides to move.
Right.
Or whatever your plumber got going on. You need multiple electricians, multiple plumbers, multiple carpenters. I mean, these are skills that are important, but at the same time, you have to keep a nice Rolodex of people because people get busy. They got lives, they got families, they got priorities. Sometimes you might be dealing with somebody and they needed some insurance. So they just went to go work full time somewhere. You're like, dang, I'm stuck out now. So, you're going to need to constantly be cycling people, hiring people into your business. And so service personnel, I would say, is the most loving group of people. But at the same time, you go out there, you have a great time. But at the same time, you got to know that they really there for their money. and the second you stop paying,
they might be gone.
They gonna be gone. yeah. And so you got to make sure you holding up your end, but then also that whatever that group is, you have very clear expectations about who's supposed to do what, and then that when you pay, once again, you paid after they've completed the services.
Right.
Yeah, and we're just gonna leave that right there. Is that all right?
Yeah,
let's leave it right there. Yeah. We did want to talk to you all. When you're building your dream team, know that every dream team is not going to be all A players.
Yeah, there's levels. Yeah,
there's levels. And I guess what I'm saying by that is you can go into the yellow pages and look for the biggest ad, the whole full page ad that cost somebody 10 grand or something.
Right.
And just flip through those. That's not always the best person for your business.
Yeah.
And sometimes cost is an important factor. Sometimes availability is an important factor. Sometimes your communication is an important factor. And so you need to know that some of the best contractors out there, some of the best contractors out there don't have an ad in the newspaper, don't have a website. Some of the best contractors that we've met don't have a Facebook or nothing. You know, they're just really good at what they do. They stay busy, word of mouth, and they don't have a whole lot of marketing. So that may be something that somebody considered as a B contractor, but these are great contractors and, you know, great people, great businesses. A lot of times, not even just contractors, but people who do all sorts of different things that just aren't as well known because they're not as well advertised.
Right.
But these are some of the most wonderful and amazing people in the world. Then you have your C group. Now the C group, that's the up and coming group. You know, that's the people who they start now, or they've been around for a while. You know, maybe, you know, they're the person who works, you know, when they feel like it. Maybe that might be the night and weekend person.
Right.
You know, that kind of person. You know, they do have tools. They do have a truck.
Yes.
Potentially, or car, and you know, things of that nature. That's dependable transportation. But they can get the job done as long as you stay on top of them, whatever that is. And then there's a D. Yeah. And so your D contractor, they gonna need a ride to work. You know, they may have had a couple drinks at some point.
Sometimes.
Probably don't have any insurance. Probably don't have a way of bidding you the project properly. Probably don't have a form they're willing to fill out to pay taxes.
Right.
They probably just know how to paint, or they'll go in and fix something for a day or two, or they know how to rake some leaves.
Right.
We don't really recommend.
They know how to demo.
Yeah, right. That's like your little cousin. You know, you give them $50 and just see how long they work for it. You don't want to do that. And so you want to use people who have insurance, people who are certified, bona fide, actual contractors. And so whatever people you're using, make sure they're certified, make sure that they are people of integrity, make sure they are people who have the qualifications to do the job. But all of them don't have a full page marketing ad. And I think that's the biggest thing we want to share today.
Yeah, that's really true. So, you know, we want the people that can help sustain your business. So like you're saying, the D may not always be it, but they may come in handy every now and again.
Right. That's all we got to say about that. All right. So, hey, check it out. And remember this one thing. Be nice. I'm going to stop right there. Be nice. If you want to build a dream team, nobody wants to work with somebody they don't like.
That's right.
And the fact is, sometimes we get all caught up in corporate mode, and then we get all like technical and busy. Like, I want you to show some concern about the person,
because they're people too. They have lives, they have families.
And then like you want to build some rapport with people and build a connection, and like that really does matter because communication, they're business people just like you, so they get to pick who they work with, and you want to be the person that people want to work with. I love that when I pick up the phone, people answer. Like that's the biggest compliment, is when I can pick up the phone and somebody answers the other line. That really means a lot to me, because it means, wow, they saw my name and said, man, I really think this person is going to either fill my cup or they're going to make me some money or something. You want to be one of those people who's known for that. And the only way you can do that is by being nice. And then be wise. And so when it talks about being wise, is it's always good to pray before you bring people into your life. And this is just a fact. It's like, you know, it's not worth saving a couple bucks, but then you bring some poison into your life. And it only takes 1 drop or 2 drops of that, one little drop of that poison to mess up a whole dish. I don't care how good it looks, but you just need 1 little drop and it can take your whole thing down. So if you around people who are toxic people, or you're around people who are going to be crooked, or if they show you that they got some shady in them, you got to walk away. Feel bold enough. I don't care who they are. When they show you who they are, you got to believe it. And even if they're people who, once they show you something, you aware of it, and it doesn't mean you always got to write them all the way off, but you got to compartmentalize that, and you got to make sure that you're not allowing the poison to get into the recipe.
And just one other thing to add is that every contractor is not created equal with other people they work with. So if someone recommends a contractor, they may not receive you the same way they receive them.
Right.
So you gotta. So when John said, when they show you who they are, believe them, because they can say, "Oh, well, they didn't do that with me." You different.
Right. And don't look at years of experience.
Right.
And so I don't care. You could be an attorney, and an attorney, don't think all attorneys are just because they got a degree that you don't have. All of them make the same.
That's right.
Because you'll know a good attorney, because a good attorney is going to be able to explain things in a way you can understand it. But if you have anybody who's talking to you in a way, especially in informational positions, and they start talking in terms that they know you don't know, or they'll ask you like, "Are you familiar with the EACT rule?" And you're like, "No, I'm not familiar with the EACT rule." Oh, okay. Well, it's probably really complicated, but at a high level, it's like, and then they'll start using more words to describe it. And they're doing that on purpose to make you feel as though they're more valuable because of the information that they've learned and that they have access to. And so that means that they're going to feel as though they can charge you an egregious amount. And so what we do, we have a rule. If you can't explain it like you're a 4th grader or to like a 5th grader, then you're not really a master of that area. And if you can't make it that easy, like people who are really masters of the area, they know how to describe things in very simple terms, because to them it's very simple. But if you haven't mastered it, you're still relying on your little vocabulary list in order to be able to describe stuff. And you're using acronyms that aren't public words in order to be able to describe stuff.
So you don't know if you've read that book.
To let them know that, that hey, you're posturing. They're like, stop. That happens in, accounting, it happens in lawyering, and, financial planners are really notorious for running a bunch of game. Marketers are really notorious for running that kind of game. So, just be aware of those things as you're picking your dream team. Is look for people who can explain things at the level that you're requesting. Because if you're really a master, you can go very high level technical. We can go sit here talking about, well, this place has the 2x4s for $8.47, or this other place has them over here, the same quality, but you can get them for $6.34 as long as you buy more than 100, whatever. Well, you don't care about that. So why would we talk about that with you? It's because we want you to see how smart we are in the subject. So now you feel like, so we can charge you a bunch of money and say, "Hey, John and Joy is so smart." And so you don't want to do that. You want to get with people who make it very easy for you. And we love to be the people who make it very easy for you, specifically speaking in real estate investing. And that's why we had this mentorship program. Is so that we can take these complicated subjects and like make it into very easy bite-sized pieces. Being part of people's inner circle is something that's very important to me and Joy. And it gives us the opportunity to help take things that are complicated to some and help them to be in bite-sized consumable pieces so that you can win with your family. So that going into 2025, you can do this double up that on. Like we on a double up.
Come on, y'all.
And we believe our giving is going to double.
Yes.
Man, hopefully y'all receive that.
Come on.
I believe my giving is going to double.
Yeah.
I'm looking to give double. I'm looking to give double. I'm not even looking to receive double. I'm looking to see how can I give double? How can I do more? How can I serve more? How can I be more of a blessing? And when you change the way you look at things, it'll change everything.
That's right.
But what do you want? What is it that you desire in 2025? Let's set some big goals. Next week is Christmas, y'all. And I know what you're thinking. Y'all like, John and Joy ain't going to be live on Christmas. Yeah, right. We're going to be live on Christmas.
That's right.
Y'all better be ready. Looking out for us on Christmas. We can't wait to celebrate with you on Christmas Day. And God bless you.
All right, y'all.
Y'all enjoy the rest of this
Christmas.
week. And remember, it's always so much better together. All right, we'll see y'all next time.
Got one shot at this, I gotta do it right. Yeah, I gotta do it right. Yeah, I gotta do